A gruesome mystery washes ashore on the mighty Mississippi, leaving this chilling imprint in the sand of a headless body.
So this is the location where her torso surfaced?
Right, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. About 100 feet to the west of us where we're standing right now.
Piece by butchered piece.
Now, the next day, we got reports of different body parts that were spread about the beach, shoreline. Her head, her arms, and her legs had been removed.
It's a jigsaw puzzle made of flesh and bone.
What you see right there on the point in the harbor, and then about 5 or 6 miles further to the east, we discovered the head.
What was the condition of it?
It had been in the water nearly 72 hours. It's kind of like when you've been in the water, you get all wrinkled up and discolored.
Commander of the Hancock County Sheriff's Department, Glenn Grannon, shows us the stretch of the Mississippi shoreline where the chopped up body parts had been bobbing in the Gulf. Then a horrifying realization. They all come from one young woman.
And that's pretty much all the body parts that surfaced in the water?
Yes, we recovered most of the parts, but we did not recover all of it. There were theories that the parts were dropped in different places just to keep all of them from being found.
And her killer had meticulously filleted out pieces of flesh to keep cops guessing.
Were tattoos that were intentionally removed in an effort to keep the body from being identified.
But even a murder victim's bloated, carved-up corpse can still reveal a secret.
Was there anything that you could gather from the condition of the body or the body parts that could indicate in any way the cause of death?
The strike with the knife to the chest was the cause of death.
In all of your years, have you ever worked a case such as this where your evidence is literally being washed ashore bit by bit?
No, not at all.
To solve the case, Mississippi cops had to bring the dead woman back to life, piecing together her body and her last hours and give her a name. Then they get a tip. Right across the state line in Louisiana, a pretty blonde exotic dancer in New Orleans had failed to come home from work.
We had learned we had a missing dancer from Beverly Street.
The dancer was 22-year-old Jaron Lockhart, the loving mother of a 3-year-old daughter.
She was a beautiful girl. She had a lot of people that loved her.
It wouldn't take long until a DNA comparison reveals the headless body belongs to the blonde beauty.
We found some articles of clothing and some other stuff that belonged to Jared along the beach.
But who killed Jaron Lockhart and why?
I know she worked at the club next door, and she was a nice girl, always spoke, always smiled.
This is the Club Temptations where Jaron danced. Cops check the security video and they catch a mystery couple. The pair had reportedly been trolling Bourbon Street clubs all night, making a very disturbing request.
They were pretty much randomly asking different dancers to go home with them.
2 were propositioned before Jared.
Lacey Dillman is one of those 2 dancers who later told cops in this audio interview she turned down $700 the couple offered to perform at a bachelor party because they creeped her out.
Around 1:30, she said that we have to find a girl or else something bad would happen. That's when I said I can't leave.
And that's when Jaron Lockhart's luck ran out. Police set the scene, saying Jaron's just finishing her shift. It's been a lousy night for tips, and the desperate young mother of a 3-year-old daughter is worried about making the rent.
We know she loves her child.
So when Jaron's offered the quick cash gig, she jumps at the chance.
We know that Jared told a friend, a dancer friend, that she was going to do a threesome, and they were going to pay her $700.
Here on this security video is the couple that cops say Jaron left with. It was the last time she was seen alive.
We were able to track the car. We knew that car was in Mississippi when the body was dumped.
Police release the video to the public for help. Soon they get a tip and zero in on their prime suspects.
Based on your theory, do you think that was just a ruse, the threesome that they always intended to kill, they were hunting to kill?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Up next, the murder investigation takes a dark and terrifying turn into black magic.
We do know that there was some evidence at the home, like an altar.
So was this beautiful young mother a human sacrifice?
Part of the ritual was the body had to be washed away in an ocean.